What's good, people? This is the Rap Roundtable. Your boy Jaw Fit, Sincere the Rap Snob, Dini the Balance, the homie Mase. We just want to make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment, help us get our numbers up. We're trying to get 2,000 subs, 5,000. Y'all know how this go. If y'all think we're good and y'all love the content, some of y'all always say, yo, how come y'all don't have more views? It's because y'all don't sub. So make sure y'all do that and tap in with us. Peace.
The Rap Roundtable.
Yes, sir. Episode 44 of the Rap Roundtable. It's your boy Jav here, alongside Sincere the Rap Snob.
What up, what up?
Alongside Dini the Balance.
Force be with you.
Alongside the homie Mase.
It's good, yeah.
No do-rag tonight, no do-rag Mase. We like do-rag Mase.
Yo, I was bringing the energy last time. All right. Now I know.
Do-rag energy, man.
You can find the Rap Roundtable on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, where there's social activity. The Rap Roundtable is there. Shout out to the new subs. Damn near 500 of them on YouTube. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Keep growing as we elevate.
Listen,
we want y'all right there
the word,
with us.
y'all.
You know
Love
what I'm
it.
saying?
Love to see it.
And not for nothing, you hear this beat playing in the background. If you're an artist and you're tapping into the Rap Roundtable, Sincere the Rap Snob does all the beats. We got our email attached to every post that we do, so email us, holla at Sin, so that we can get those beats to you for a price, of course.
Yes.
But if you want some fire like this, you know what I mean? This is your guy.
And you gotta be nice.
You gotta be nice.
No struggle bars on my
No
beats.
struggle balls.
No, not having it.
And with that said,
We are tonight's entertainment.
you know the vibes. Fellas,
Yes.
you know, like, Jay-Z is kind of like a storm, right? You know, like during hurricane season.
We going straight there, huh?
We going straight there.
Copy.
You know, during hurricane season, you get the buildup. They show you the cyclone in the Caribbean somewhere.
Right.
It's a lot of talk, and then it becomes a lot of anticipation. But surrounding that talk, then there's the storm, and then there's the coverage in the aftermath of the storm. It seems like every time Jay-Z drops, he's kind of like a hurricane now. There's the buildup, there's the drop, there's the aftermath. So, you know, usually on the Rap Roundtable, I pass the ball, I get out the way, I want to hear from my brothers. But for this topic, I got the cape on once again. Because I be putting the cape on and they still get mad about the cape. I don't understand. Like, I'm telling y'all I'm stand, and y'all still get mad. So, like, but you know what today? I'm going to set your fellas. This is a question that I have for y'all about, is Jay-Z overrated or is he overhated?
Interesting.
Let's talk about it.
I don't think Jay-Z's overrated, obviously. I think he's overhated, and I don't think it's his fault, y'all. I'm looking at Jay-Z fans tonight. I'm turning coats, Sincere. Jay-Z fans are the reason Jay-Z is as hated as he is.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, it's Jay-Z fans' fault.
Elaborate.
Because Jay-Z's not whack.
At all.
He's one of the greatest ever. Depending on who you ask, Punch, he's the GOAT, right?
Yeah.
So you can't tell me that it's him, but then when you talk to certain other fan bases and they talk about rap, it's never Jay-Z that they talk about. They talk about his fans. They talk about how his fans make him seem like he can really walk on water. You know what I mean? And,
Oh, no,
and
man.
Then,
All right, go ahead,
you
go
can
ahead,
disagree.
finish it.
You can disagree.
Finish it
but
out.
you know what made me think like that, fellas? We got the record, of course, with Pusha T.
Yes.
And it was a tweet that went out that found about 5 or 6 ways to break down that blue ball about like the I ain't talking about 12 or whatever. And this person
I saw that.
took the time out to list about 6 different things that I'm not gonna repeat here about what that bar can mean. And it's like, you telling me it was a quintuple or sextuple entendre?
That was a lot of investigative work went into that.
And I can see why other fan bases would roll their eyes at this kind of bullshit from a Jay-Z fan, because I'm a Jay-Z fan and I rolled my eyes. Guru had to come out and say, yo, he wasn't talking about Birdman because this fucking rando on Twitter said that all of this shit took place. So I'm here to say that I believe that Jay-Z is overhated and it's Jay-Z fans' fault. To that you say, well, Mase, I see you squirming over there. Sincere's ready to talk. I don't even know who to pass the ball to. Mase, go ahead, Mase.
Go ahead.
You.
I'm gonna. That's an interesting plot twist that Job gave us here, because I absolutely did not expect
surprise,
that
motherfucker.
coming into the show. I'm not gonna lie, but
Slider.
now to elaborate on Job's point,
It's a backdoor slider,
I think it's an easy cop out. You know, why do we hate Nas fans? Why do we hate Tupac?
No,
Tupac
I hate Nas
fans.
because of 2001. Ether. I don't care about Nas fans like that.
Jay-Z don't hate him no more. You can get over it.
I'm
Job.
never
Come
getting
on
over it. I'm
now.
never getting over it.
I don't-
Energy's right.
I don't know, man.
But to throw a different little twist on what Job say, I say that Jay, more than his fans, is hated because of Jay. The success, the longevity, everybody calling him the GOAT, even when they're not a fan. I feel like that has more to do with it than his actual own fans. I don't. Of all the worst fan bases in hip hop, I don't even rate Jay's in the top 5. If you want to keep it real. So
really,
yeah, actually, he has, I'm not gonna say a non-toxic fan base because toxic. LLC Twitter, they love Hov, $500
They wanted the dinner with Hov,
right? They wanted the dinner with Hov.
Fucking clowns, you take the money.
Exactly. The Rock Nation brunch, attendees in training. You know what I mean? So
take that dinner. Jay will laugh at you in your face.
Right. What do you think about that? Saying you think that Jay's fans do they offend you to a certain degree?
No, they don't offend me. They're just they can be obnoxious.
They have their moments.
Present.
I'm the president
included.
of the obnoxious Jay-Z fan club. It's me, guys.
But here's the thing. Like, we can't deny that Jay has achieved a level of greatness that is gonna rub a lot of people the wrong way because it's just the nature of the beast. Like when you're that good at what you do, and not only like skill wise, but you also achieve the stature. It's the stature for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're always gonna, you know what I mean? It's just, that's what a hater is. You know what I mean? You see somebody's stature, and then you're like, nah, they couldn't have possibly deserved that stature.
Yeah.
They couldn't have possibly, done it, from skill or from, hard work and determination. It's got to be some type of underhandedness that went on. Like, he stole other people's styles.
Right.
He stole Biggie's lines. Like,
I've heard people say he had something to do with Biggie being murdered. Like,
that
bro,
nah. Jay's definitely overhated.
Or here's a new narrative from those other guys over there. He needs Kanye West. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, the fuck are you talking about?
And the thing, look, the very nature of success is such that to get to a level where Jay is at, you have to be what's the word? You have to be unscrupulous. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Like, nobody gets to his level without having certain stepping stones. But like when people see Jay's stepping stones, they blow it up. They exaggerate it to the point where it's like it's all just like, stealing this style and being next to Kanye West, marrying Beyonce, like that's like
a whole lot of this.
Like,
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
And I'm like, have y'all not heard the songs? Well, y'all not outside. This is why we always go back to y'all couldn't have been outside because like I just want to give it to you,
bro. They were Googling rap lyrics when we were outside. That's what they were doing.
Bro,
they
were you
don't
not
like
at
that.
any party or any club, like, whatsoever? Like,
No.
come on, man.
Jay was like the first rap I remember supposed to be in the Illuminati even. You remember that?
The Illuminati.
That was
Early
a thing.
YouTube days.
That was a
When
big thing they were
Freemasons and
talking about.
Illuminatis were all tied together
Right.
into one thing to the point that he had to rap about it alongside Rose. So what you're saying to me, Sin, is he's overhated.
He's overhated, for sure.
Deanie, jump in here, bro. From your perspective, overrated or overhated?
I think overhated. I don't think I don't think there's any way in actual reality that Jay-Z can be overrated, considering what he's done, what he's
The people
accomplished.
watching this disagree. Be
Yeah.
clear. AA Ron right now is already typing, "Oh, you niggas are stands."
Still Matic dumb.
Still mad at you niggas
But
are
here's the thing.
stands.
Shout out to
He's
y'all.
overhated
I don't want peace.
in these
I want
communities.
problems always.
In the like the real true hip hop head community.
It's a
Jay is super overhated.
what's that line from The Dark Knight You either live you live long enough to be, how's it go?
You live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
And I think people have seen Jay on top long enough to see him as the villain.
They've been the villain since 2001, though.
Right. That's a long time.
That was part of why Nas was able to come through on the white horse and be the hero that New York needed.
Someone was born, and from being born, they're able to drink from the time that Hove's been the villain. You get what I'm saying? That's 21 years of villainry. So it's when I look at it, Hove is pretty much capitalized on everything that's worth capitalizing on,
right?
And that's tough to swallow if you're not a person who capitalizes on things that you're capitalizing on. You got to think with the constant jabs, just digging at your soul. You know what I'm saying? If you're the dude that Hove is talking about, those things can really eat your soul. And Hove is like the king of the subliminals. Those little bars that just keep you up at night. That just itch at your very being. And I could see Hove was like the dude in high school that had all the Jones. You know what I'm saying? And you either respected him for it and try to upgrade your game to be on that, or you just hated him for it. And there's a lot of people that just hated him for it.
And this is what I was saying at the top of the segment. What you just said, another person will look at a Jay-Z fan. Look at him giving him all this credit. Why does he think Jay-Z is so great?
96, 2022, and people are still waiting on verses.
Bro, they hate. Listen, they can't stand the adulation. It's even getting to a point now with these online narratives, and I'm gonna come to you, Sen, and with this whole Cool G rap thing, like what the hell's going on out here? Cool G rap is greater than Jay-Z. When did that happen?
Listen, well,
take your time.
It's a little complicated. I find this topic a little complicated because Cool G rap. Here's my thing. Somebody like Cool G rap absolutely deserves more flowers than what they get.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? My problem is that right now what I'm seeing is Cool G rap is only seems to be trending on Twitter right now within the hip hop community, within hip hop Twitter, simply because
the comparison to Jay.
Right, Jay-Z dropped music, and people are saying, "Yo, how is it that Jay's been this good for this long?" And then somebody, I forgot who it was.
This good for this long.
But then I forgot who it was. But somebody came out and said, "Yo, but what about Cool G rap?"
Right. Dart Adams, I believe, off of Twitter.
Was it Dart Adams?
Yeah, it was
I
Dart
wouldn't know
Adams
because I'm blocked.
Oh damn!
Because you called him an ass for some bullshit. He probably said.
I called him a dickhead a long time ago.
Wow.
I mean, not specifically a dickhead. I forgot exactly what I said.
He took it as you calling him a dickhead.
Yeah, basically. But I'm not the only one. Like Dart Adams is a weirdo.
He's a dickhead.
I'm saying it right now. Like, everybody knows
that
on Twitter. Dart Adams just like blocks everybody just off of reflex. Like it's fucking weird. You disagree with him and you're blocked. It's crazy.
He is who they say I am. Got it.
Right. Anyway, so it's like, but what about Cool G rap? Now, fine. You want to talk about Cool G rap? Let's talk about Cool G rap. Like your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Like he's the OG of so many MCs that we hold in such high regard. But let's not have this conversation because Jay dropped music and he's getting his flowers.
Word, right.
It's like y'all just want to bring him up because you're tired of Jay-Z getting flowers. Cool G rap deserves his own flowers in his own right, but not this way.
At the expense?
Not at the expense. He deserves so much more than being a whataboutism for Jay-Z haters.
It's because Jay-Z fans are so loud that people feel like they have to push back. That's really what it be.
It's not even that it's loud. It's that it's a lot.
True.
It's a lot of
people. Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
And for a long time.
Look at the comment section when we dropped that video responding to the Pusha record. I won't say it's 50-50, but it's such a wide array of commentary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had people who came out and said, "Yo, this song is trash. It's garbage."
Right.
Then we had people who said Pusha did his thing. And Jay-Z brought the song down. Then we have people who praised the song. It's like you're not getting a consensus with Jay-Z. It seems like he's still the most polarizing act in rap in 2022. Am I wildin' in saying that?
He's still pretty polarizing.
Still to this day.
I'll say this though, and I feel like we've actually spoken about this off air. Did we really realize that Jay had this much hate online? Like, I believe when it popped up around that Jay-Z could beat anyone in verses kind of subject.
That's when it started to stand out for me.
I had no idea that this many people hated Hov. You know, everybody I grew up with love him. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's like,
respect levels crazy.
It's very interesting.
He was outside.
Right. The folks that was outside love Hov, and I know y'all hate when we talk about outside, especially y'all cats that was getting stuffed in the lockers.
But outside,
wedgies,
I was just saying they hate that. You know what I mean? But it's a fact.
But
you know?
outside has always mattered to rap.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't understand when people try to like marginalize what outside meant, because there was no internet back in the day for motherfuckers to go look up lyrics and tell you how good of a lyrical performance this song was and overrating niggas 20 years later when they wasn't lit in their prime. You know what I'm saying? Outside was a litmus test. The clubs was a litmus test. You know what I'm saying? The radio was a litmus test. Now 20 years later it's not.
And the biggest OGs in hip hop will tell you that. Like the Fever, Latin Quarters, like these clubs back in the day, clubs, the Tunnel.
Yes, sir.
Like the clubs was
Palladium.
like where fucking records were made.
Legendary.
But then people would be like, oh, those are commercial raps. That's only one side of it. There was mad songs that was
Jay-Z
not
ran
commercial
those
raps
spots
that
too.
rang off.
Bro, it's just and I noticed it too, because I honestly I thought it was just like a Nas Jay-Z thing, but then when we started having the Biggie conversation a couple episodes ago, and like I started hearing, and you know I'm foreshadowing a little bit what I'll be talking about later, but I started seeing some of the same trends in like the logic of the commentary. And I'm like, yo, like, do y'all just really hate fun that much? Like,
I've been wondering.
Like,
I think I asked somebody that in the comments. Like, you know, we're having fun here, right?
Like, no, but seriously, because like, look, Nas is my favorite, and he's my favorite because he tackled a lot of serious topics that a lot of other MCs wouldn't tackle, and I find that important, right? But there's also a fun side of life.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? There's parties, there's getting women, there's vibing on the block, there's, you know, like hanging with your homeboys and just, you know, having all types of like debaucherous activity, like
Standing on the block hollering at chicks.
yo, like
Outside the bodega. What the fuck?
and
bro?
that is just, that should absolutely be as much a part of an important part of hip hop as the serious top, the politics, the socioeconomics, the religion. Somebody brought up religion. I've never looked at an MC and be like, yo, I wonder what his thoughts on religion. I don't understand that. Like, anyway, I'm going off on the rails, but nah, like, y'all motherfuckers gotta have fun, man.
Please.
You gotta have fun.
That's
Gotta have fun. No more of this.
I don't want peace.
No more of this.
I want problems.
We don't
always.
want problems. We
Celebrate
just
the
like rap.
fun side
Facts.
of hip hop, man.
Yo, real quick, the Grammys came. We had a loaded best rap album category.
Yes.
We talked about politics a lot in our Grammy preview as far as like who we think should win or who we think would win based on politics. I would say unanimously at the Rap Roundtable, we're not surprised that Tyler Creator won best rap album.
Right.
At all.
But my question to you guys is, did he win rightfully or was Nas snubbed? Deanie, you've been quiet this episode. What do you think?
Nas was not snubbed. Nas had a great album. I thought it was
bro.
It was a great hip hop album. It was a great moment for hip hop. It was great to see that one of the greatest MCs to ever do it ever, still sharp, still has the sword ready to go. But like I said, this is still a young man's sport. You get what I'm saying? Like the Tyler album just consisted of everything that hip hop heads today just happen to want. You get what I'm saying? The hip hop heads of us are old. Nas gave us everything we wanted.
Yeah.
But the average listener today, if you're in it's around a person in their 20s. You know, and as much as I think that Nas album was great, I don't think a person in their 20s would have digested it the way, say, we at this table would have digested it. And I feel like they would have took in that Tyler album, and that shit would have tasted like steak, Wagyu type shit. You feel me? And I just feel like that was just perfect for the time of day we're in, the type of music what Tyler represents. It just fits. We talked about it on the pod already. It fits.
Right.
This whole shit just fits. Pause.
Mase, talk to me, bro.
That's a good point, Badine. I like that point you made. Was Nas snubbed? I think it was the best rap album of the year, so I guess I'll say it was a snub. You know, technically, you know, but when we talk, I will continue to drive this point home. Even as the fellas we in the group chat, we texting about, or they texting about Nas's performance, we texting about the results. I had nothing to do with it. I didn't care about it. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch the Grammys. I didn't worry about it. Other than our reaction of it was the only reason that I was watching it. You know, Nas, nobody's ever won back-to-back rap albums of the year, so I didn't think they were gonna reward Nas. True? Yeah, nobody's ever.
Not even Shady. In the world that we live in today?
Because M.
I guess
he dropped or M one.
To the next year,
right? Because they were spaced out albums. That's the only reason that Eminem was
back to back, year by year,
right?
Consecutive.
So nobody's done that. And when we talk about who's won 2 rap album of the year at the Grammys, we talking about Eminem, Kanye, Outkast, and now Tyler. Now, other than shockingly,
Tyler won it twice.
Yeah, Tyler won it twice.
He won it for the
Eagle,
yeah.
which was not. Really
That's not a rap. We talked about
Exactly.
that. That's not a rap album.
Exactly, and that's my whole point. Are any and we love Ye. You know, we're not talking about Ye musically, but are any of those rappers in our top 5?
No. Tyler could be
You
top
know,
5 if he stay on this
himself,
route.
yeah.
He could, but just like we say, he didn't even put out a rap album the first time he won rap album of the
Good
year.
sounding
You know what I
album,
mean?
but
So
not a rap album.
I don't look at the Grammys as some sort of gauge about rap, about the
The
best
Rap
rap album of the
Roundtable.
year, about what's going on. So personally, you know, Nas, should he have won? Sure. Did I expect it? No.
Popularity
You know what I
contest.
mean? So it's, you know, hip hop knows what Nas brought to the game last
Definitely.
year. You know what I mean? So I wasn't really concerned about it, to be honest with you.
I'll say that he was snubbed. I'll agree with Mase because, as we said on the preview, if we're just talking about what was the best rap album of the bunch that was nominated, it was King's Disease 2. In my opinion, it was not close. When I heard Tyler's album, I didn't hear something grandiose that felt like Grammy winning. It felt like a hot album with some really high highs and some skips. You know what I mean? I didn't hear a Grammy. When I heard KD 2, I was like, oh, this is fire. This is immaculate. Much like KD 1 was a Grammy winner decisively. I felt like when it was all said and done, if there was an album and an artist who should go back to back, it would be Nas. But as we talked about with politics, I think that, and Sin touched on it, I'm gonna pass it to him in a second, with the current climate of America, if there would be an artist in that category who would win
Tyler
for
fits.
various reasons, it would be Tyler.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I felt like because of politics and youth, Tyler gets that. Because now you can market this guy and he can be that habitual line stepper for the hip hop side of things.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for me, even with all the slander that I have for Nas, come on now, I could joke about Nas, joke with Nas fans, but when it comes to high tier, high quality rap, nothing based on the albums that was nominated, those guys had no business winning a Grammy next to Nas for album of the year, in my opinion. Talk to me, Sen.
Well, I guess I'm gonna put on my fake Nas fan
shit.
hat on.
Take off the OVO hoodie first.
OVO Sin in the
OVO
building.
Sin.
I don't think Nas was snubbed. For the simple fact that we
What?
listen, we gotta be
Sin.
honest. We gotta talk about what
I want problems always.
always. But we
day of the
gotta
week.
talk about the definition of the word snub.
Wow, literal ass sin.
Holster your weapons, everyone.
Listen,
Fuck are you talking about?
I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. Look, just because somebody loses doesn't mean that they were snubbed. You know what I mean? He lost. He lost to Tyler, who, for all intents and purposes, the entire hip hop community, that's probably like, you know, a few years younger than us, were hailing Tyler the Creator's album, Call Me If You Get Lost, as the rap album of 2021. There was a lot of people, a lot of publications.
So you agreeing with Deanie as far as the youth aspect
I'm
of
just
things?
saying. Look, I'm just saying. Maybe our ear was not as acclimated as some other ears. But that's no. I'm just look. Listen. I'm not saying for me. KD2 was album of the year.
Okay, clarity.
For me, it was album of the year. But I'm also not going to discredit Tyler the Creator, what he did and how he resonated with
A certain audience.
certain audiences. You know what I mean? Now to me, I'll say J. Cole was snubbed. Because J. Cole went like 0 for I don't know how, like I think it was like
he
4
won nothing.
nominations.
And I picked him for everything. I look
won
terrible
nothing.
in that.
You a Dreamville out.
Yeah, I'm Stephen A. Smith right
Nas was
now.
only nominated
crazy.
Wrong
for
with
Album of the
everything.
Year. I think he should have won it.
First.
But just because I think he should have won it doesn't mean that I feel like he got snubbed. I think Tyler the Creator is deserving. Shouts to Tyler the Creator.
Shout out to Tyler.
You know what I mean? Congratulations for that.
You see that, guys? Nuance.
Yes.
Objectivity.
Let's talk about it. If you want some bias shit, go over there. We don't do that here.
Unless it's New
We
York
just
bias.
make fun of shit. unless it's New York bias too.
You dig?
Which is on the way.
Yes. Absolutely.
Nostradamus
Perfect
is
line.
better than the blueprint.
Yo, one day we'll talk about all of that. Yo, we should do that one.
Nostradamus wasn't that bad, really.
We should. Matter of fact, we should do that one day. Catalog versus catalog, album for album. Do a segment. Who had the best tally of album for album?
Oh, now see, y'all
that's
gonna
tough.
see the real
That
Nas
might be
fan come out
interesting.
then.
As long as
Y'all
it's
gotta
not,
see
as
the
long
Nas
as it's
fan.
not
That was a-
do-rags and silent
that was
murder,
a-
we
might be
good, bro.
interesting. Right, we good.
The Nas fans already got they bibs on. They
God.
locked in like, oh yeah, y'all gotta do that.
Cause listen, y'all put I Am up against like Volume 3. I'm not the biggest fan of I Am, but I like it better than Volume 3. I'll tell you that much.
Moving on. Outside of Neck and Wrist, we had some other music come out recently.
Right.
Rapid Fire. Schoolboy Q. I think what's the name of the record? Soccer Dad.
Yeah,
Soccer Dad.
He's a guy because we got some new listeners, new viewers who feel like we're strictly New York. Just so you know, outside of Jay-Z, Schoolboy Q is in my personal favorite rappers list, and he's not from New York.
This
he's
is
from
real
Cali.
talk.
Pusha T's from Virginia. Schoolboy's from Cali. Benny's from Buffalo. You know what I mean? It's all over the map. Okay. Schoolboy dropped Soccer Dad. He got a point to prove, y'all. That's what I got to say. This is even better than the last time he rolled out with a new record.
Right.
And I thought that new record a few years ago was fire. But this, he took rap steroids, in my opinion.
Listen, with all the hype, he dropped the same day as Neck and Wrist.
Which was a bad idea.
Took a big loss to that.
Listen, he should have like maybe pulled it back as soon as he realized, oh shit, this should drop it. Nah, maybe let me pull it back.
Gotta respect it though.
You gotta respect it.
Yeah.
You gotta respect it. So with all the hoopla surrounding, all the hype around Neck and Wrist, kind of broke the internet. Soccer Dad really went under the radar, and it shouldn't have because it's such a fire record, yo.
It is.
It's so good, like, and it's so like the beat is so simple. It's just a horn-driven beat. Anytime you got a beat that's driven by horns, I'm all here for it. The drums knocking like a motherfucker. Not no 808 shit either. Not no fucking triplet hi-hats. Not no thin shit. Like thick drums, bro. And Schoolboy really
Them drums was massive,
bro. And then it almost sounded like some type of marching band type of marching the war and shit. But Schoolboy came through like he's fucking starving. You know what I mean?
It's like, oh, Kendrick leaving, I'm here now.
You know what I mean? Like
Here.
he sounds hungrier, way hungrier than he did on anything he put out with what was that? Crash Talk. Crash Talk. That last album. He sounds hungry as hell. I'm here for it. Welcome back, Schoolboy. Tell your boy Kendrick to come through too.
Oh, okay. I thought you was gonna slander a little bit.
Nah.
Deanie, were you able to tap in? I don't want to put you on the spot.
Nah, I listened to the record.
Got you.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. The first verse to me was meh. It's the second
Wow.
verse. It's the second verse that was powerful. I thought the second verse was so dope that I actually wanted the third verse. But I feel like the first verse of the song was kind of like pointless. I feel like he just kind of was just talking.
I can't lie, Dini.
fuck are you
I love
talking
the
about?
record.
Love
You know,
it?
I love the record. You know,
a good record.
Schoolboy Q, he has an interesting history with the Rap Roundtable.
Yes, he
I
does.
remember 2012 arguments with me and Job trying to tell Sin that he was better than Kendrick. We were wrong about
Damn.
that. We were wrong
What?
about that.
I
yeah.
said that?
Yeah, you did.
Damn.
You did.
Wow.
The fuck am I saying?
He
I don't remember that.
Nah, it sounds
like
familiar.
something he was saying.
I got the memory of an
sounds
elephant.
like
I
you-
remember
Wow.
for a fact. And I was gassing Job up like, you know what, Job, you right.
The fuck am I talking about?
We were
fuck are
wrong
you
about
talking
that, but
about?
Schoolboy Q is a Rap Roundtable favorite. I was happy to hear him back on the record. it actually made me go back into the archives because Schoolboy Q, he got such a dope style, so underrated, you know. So I appreciated hearing him back. Under the radar record, you know what I mean? I Sin actually dropped that on the low in the group chat. We hadn't even I didn't even know he was dropping.
The Jay-Z Hurricane,
right?
Yeah.
Sin just popped that up in there and pause. And so I was feeling the record. I'm happy to hear Schoolboy. He sound hungry. You know what I mean? So I love the record.
John didn't respond to it until like 24 hours
which was
later.
crazy. Like
because I was in the Jay-Z Hurricane. I
Lost in the sauce.
I was fighting in the comment sections, listening to the song 100 times.
Does anybody know if we're expecting an album from Q? I saw a couple pics in the studio.
Baby rollout.
He don't do Lucy's.
Yeah,
right.
If he drop a song, there's an album on the way.
He's not like Freddie Gibbs.
Right. Right.
He's all day.
Good.
quick,
He's not like Freddie Gibbs. Actually.
Like we can't do the full review right now for time constraints. But what do we think about that Dreamville tape? Fire or nah? Across the board, Mase. Fire or nah?
Nah, I wasn't feeling it. I'm not gonna lie. It underwhelmed me.
The streets were saying it was fire.
I know. That's why I felt like maybe I was an outlier, to tell you the truth. I heard it. I was a little underwhelmed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the hugest Dreamville fan. Cole, you know, he might be the best in the game right now. So of course we were anxious to hear Cole, but first couple listens, I was a little underwhelmed. Not gonna lie, I was.
Wow. Sin, talk to me. You was one who threw it in the chat, I believe.
Yes, I was. I threw it in there before listening to it though. Then I heard it, and I have to agree with Mase, honestly. Yeah, no, like I was thinking, all right, maybe that. Look, even though like I'm not the biggest fan of the Tyler album, like the energy that DJ Drama brought to it is undeniable. I was hoping
his presence is amazing.
I was hoping he would bring that same energy to this project, but I just didn't feel it. It felt a little bit more contrived. I feel like the DJ Drama Tyler connection was a little bit more natural, maybe more organic. This felt a little bit more contrived. It felt like, oh, it worked for Tyler. Let's see if we could do the same for Dreamville. I'm not, like Mase said, I'd have to agree. I'm not the biggest fan of Dreamville as a collective. Cole is who he is.
Right.
He's grown into probably right now the number one MC rapper in the game. And I say this as a Kendrick fan, but Kendrick, I have to. At this point, it's been 5 years.
Grammy winning Kendrick still.
Where are you?
But it's April. It's April. It's like it's legit 5 years since Kendrick's been out. So I can't even. Yeah.
High
got
praise
whole
from the
degrees
rap
since that came
best
out.
in the game.
What you think about that tape, Danny?
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised, bro. First of all, as Sin stated, not the biggest Dreamville fan. I listened to it on the ride over here.
Right.
I was pleasantly impressed.
All right.
I thought the album was cohesive. I like the way it actually felt like one of the albums that people made together, and it didn't sound like something you mailed in. It sounded like people sat down together, came up with some concepts.
I could appreciate that.
Yo, I actually dig it. I thought the beats were up tempo, was vibey enough. It was a good mix of rapping. And I still got my vibes, which is, I think, when you get those two in the
In this era, vibe is key.
Right.
heavy key. You know what I'm saying? Especially in motion. You get what I'm saying?
Because outside matters.
It matters. Being outside. And I was outside cruising through these streets, letting the head get in the wind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the album was hitting. Shout out to JID. Shout out to Boss. Shout out to Earth Gang. Like I was feeling. Shout out to Cole, bro.
Shout out to Cole.
The few verses Cole has on that project.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm turned around. I'm a Cole fan, bro. I
This
have to admit
album, as a collective, the one takeaway I'll say is I think a lot of the hype for the album had to do with it being new Cole or new Cole versus.
Yeah.
Of course.
Not so much
Cole
the
Jace.
taste. Right, Cole and Jace. You know what I mean?
But you gotta respect that though.
And then I'm not knocking it, but I feel like people are amping the whole tape because you got some new Cole.
I was also excited to possibly hear some new JID because I'm actually I'm a fan of JID.
He's all over the tape.
And I wish there was more. I wish there was more JID. You know, like I be on Twitter. They be trying to tell me about Earth Gang and Boss, and I
can't buy the stock?
Nah, man, I can't do it.
What about that Cole verse he dropped? Is it BR? Is that her name?
Bro, listen.
London?
She's nice. I ain't gonna lie. B is nice.
Well,
I ain't get to tap in.
I heard she got ghostwriters, but you know.
Who doesn't?
2022.
I mean, Aubrey has ghostwriters.
Right.
I'm joking.
Kanye.
Are you joking?
Are you
I don't know.
Once upon a time, he did. So it's not.
Once upon a time, he got caught.
Yeah, he did.
Shout out to
I wish I had the fax button for that.
We can't make this shit up.
Listen, Cole. I'm convinced J. Cole is juicing.
God level.
Yeah, he's on the steroids, man. If this was baseball, he'd be under investigation right now.
I think J. Cole is free of the college boy shackles. With each year, he moves away from our nameless friend and that sound, and he's getting to be the rapper he always wanted to be. For the most part, most rappers want to be number one, popular, on the radio, get in the bag. And I felt like for a while, Cole was held back because he built a sort of a niche fan base as the guy who's humble from college, came from North Carolina to St. John's and made a way, et cetera, et cetera. Humble beginnings.
Right.
But he always wanted to be this. And now that he's free to be this, we're getting him at his highest peak. Because he's free. There's nothing to prove. There's nobody in his way. The consensus is he's number one. Ain't nothing like niggas telling you the best while you still in your prime.
Main Street, there's no
Real
one
talk.
fucking with him. Main Street.
Nobody. Until Kendrick drops. It's not Drake. It's Cole.
Niggas done got a whole degree
we-
since this kid made an album, bro.
And
Facts.
who called that?
Facts.
Who called it?
We called that.
We did?
Your
Shit.
kid is in
We
is
did.
in,
Remember
is in
when we did
kindergarten
the,
now.
Somebody
Didn't
got
we
a bachelor's.
the best rappers in the game?
2
We
years
ranked
ago.
it. Yeah, we
at the
ranked it.
bum ass spot.
And
And we gave him number one. Niggas was tight.
Niggas was tight. It was like, how is it not gonna be Drake? How can you put him ahead of Kendrick?
That's right.
Look what happened.
Holy shit.
Called it.
Yo, we call so
Y'all
much
gotta-
shit.
yo.
Holy shit.
I forget all the shit we call. Because we talked about it. This is 2020 we talked about
Yeah.
this shit. And we was like, Cole is number one. And niggas was like, what?
At the spot
And then he
off
went
the L
back to
train.
back 2021. And niggas was like, what?
Listen.
Now they want to say he's number one. Fuck y'all. Thank you, Sin, for reminding me.
We been there.
Absolutely,
Thank
man.
you,
That's
guys.
what I'm here
It's
for.
the-
I don't want
I
peace.
don't want peace.
I want problems.
Come
always.
on, son.
I was in the
Mase,
comments saying that y'all was bugging back there.
Yo.
You was.
I was saying, what
But
the
you
fuck wrong
OVO
with
Mase.
the-
You got an OVO
I
voice.
OVO,
Mase,
you know what I mean?
OVO Sid.
Get the heart in my hairline in a second. You
We
know
in
what
the
I'm saying?
fourth quarter of 44, Mase. What you got for us on the young side of the rap?
Now, I've been getting a little feedback about the young rap side. You know, they feel like I may delve into the scandalous aspects
Too
a
negative?
little bit too much. You know what I mean? They want to hear more about the music.
Okay.
So we're not going to talk about any controversies today.
I like it.
We're not going. The only news we're going to talk about is shout to Bobby Shmurda. He got off Epic.
Shout out to
You know,
Bobby.
so you on the clock, Bobby. You on the clock. We
That's
no
a
more
fact.
excuses. So we're going to speak about that. But there's so much new music dropping. We got the first off, Fabio finally dropped.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
What's that? Bible. Executive produced by Ye. I got one list. I'm not gonna say. I got a couple listens to it, and I'm a little underwhelmed right now.
I didn't
But are
even
you
tap in yet.
surprised?
Don't do
I'm not
that.
surprised.
Okay.
I'm not surprised. I was hoping that somehow with Ye involved, that the quality control may rise a little bit.
Improve.
You know what I mean? Because we all know the drill rappers kind of just toss out whatever they rap.
Boom.
You know what I mean? Other than Pop, rest in peace. But I'll go back to it. A little bloated. The too many features. Unnecessary features. You know, I was hoping with the tracks that he had dropped since he got released from his little jail bid, they seemed a little more personal. So I was hoping he would get a little bit more into his bag. Not really the case with the album. So shouts to Fabio. You know, we hoping you do great numbers, but the album is lacking in
Any
my
pluses
opinion.
to you as far as the
Couple joints on there. I can't tell you off rip because you know I just
know.
listened to it, but nothing that's like going to stay in the playlist. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. A lot of unnecessary I feel like the features, you know, and I'm gonna bring you
throw you
actually because
off.
Coyle Ray dropped as well. You know, she got too many features. She got more features than tracks on the album. And I want to say before I get into more music, y'all new rappers, y'all gotta stop making DJ Khaled albums, bro. Y'all gotta stop, man. Like y'all, like Fabio and Coyle Ray, the majority of artists that are featured on the albums are better artists than you. So at this point, you're the worst part of your album. You got to think about that.
Damn.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it. I gotta keep
The
it. Buck,
worst
man.
part
That's
of the
cold.
album.
Is you? That's cold blooded.
I gotta keep it real. You know, that's what they come here for. So, you know, those two drop. Vince Staples drop. I believe Ramona Park, From My Heart. Something to that. I haven't listened to the new the new Vince Staples yet. So we gonna I'm gonna get back to y'all, cause just like we want to keep Jack in the West pause. You know what I mean? We want to keep making sure y'all know what's going on with
Vince Staples is
shit
lit,
other
but like,
than New
does he
York.
is his music matching his notoriety? Because when I go to the comment section, I
Nah.
don't see people showing love to the music like
right,
that.
his character, his personality, his
Okay.
you know, the type of guy he is. I could see him in 10 years becoming a Joe Budden type of media
Herman type
guy. You know what I mean? People just love hearing him talk.
Or do like a TV show or something like.
Right.
Because he's hilarious.
Exactly.
He's funny
He's
as
an
hell.
engaging dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but
Personality
the
sells.
music could be a little bit better. Now, my favorite album that dropped of the week, that ESTG and 42 Doug. Y'all know I love my 808s.
42
Y'all know I love
Doug
my
is growing on me.
808s.
Sid just checked out.
42
That's the hardest.
STG.
That's the hardest shit of the week, Sid.
42,
I'm sorry.
42 would have survived the any Southern era. In
I'm
my
saying.
opinion. He's a true Southern artist, bro.
And ESTG, he's like, to me, he's like a mix of like Jeezy and like, I don't know if y'all on Houston like that Trader Truth. You know what I mean? So he like a combination of those two. I even rock with ESTG. That's really what I've been bumping all week. Now
Sin left the show, y'all.
Yeah, Sin left the
Sin
show.
checked out,
No,
y'all.
Sin, come back, because I got a couple more for you. Jack Harlow dropped this
Quando Harlow.
Quando Harlow. The epic 22 Harlow run continues. He dropped the joint with the Fergie sample that people were dying for after they saw the snippet on TikTok or IG. I
You said
can't-
Fergie?
Yeah, the Glamorous Life.
He
Y'all
dusted
remember that
Fergie
joint?
off? Where the fuck she was at?
That's what I'm saying. He got Fergie a check. Jack Harlow, the gift that keeps on giving. So we gotta shout out Jack Harlow. Sin, he keep getting better and better, man. When you gonna get on board, Sin?
I don't know, man. Y'all seen him dancing and shit?
Sin,
Like,
I swear to God.
Listen, I didn't
if we
see
end
it.
up anywhere this summer and he come on and you're dancing or doing even a little shoulder shake, bro, I'm blowing you up.
Going
bro.
ham.
I'm blowing you up, bro.
ah, man.
No shimmies, no
Exactly.
nothing.
You better not do nothing when the Harlow come
Taking
on,
the phone
bro.
right out your hands,
Nothing. That Harlow nail taking out his joint. He coming for your head.
They'll
Sin.
take slap, bro.
Next month
See, we
we
from New York listening to Jack Harlow. We all over the map.
listen,
son.
man. We might have to zoom the Jack Harlow release. That shit's gonna
It might be
change the
necessary.
game. You
It
know what I
might be
mean?
necessary.
it.
But I'm just saying, I had
We'll
to
do
end
it
on
without
that.
Sin.
Yeah.
Sin, you want to sit that one out, Sin?
I will
Sin
absolutely
checked out.
voluntarily.
It'll be the
Sit it out.
vibey round table.
Vibe table.
What am I like? What am I going to contribute to that
He
conversation?
can rap.
That would be
Hijinks. That's what you can
3 words.
contribute.
That would be my whole contribution.
Got
He
you.
can rap.
You got
Next.
any more for us, man?
Nah, that's what's going on in the new rap right now. You know, I had to
My
save
boy.
Jack Harlow for my guy saying, you know what I mean?
What a
The
waste.
best for last.
What a way. What's it called when you dive off the fucking shit? When you stick the landing at the end, I forget. It starts with a D. I can't remember it right now. I'm a little drunk. Forgive me. But he stuck the landing.
There you go,
nevertheless.
Sin.
The Rap Roundtable Power Rankings for the month of April. Let's talk about it, fellas. We got some news for y'all. Groundbreaking news, actually. For the first time since we started this roundtable, someone who's been on every month, the Power Rankings that is falling off. Kanye West is not in the top 5 in April.
Interesting.
Wow.
Not in the top 5, y'all.
Even on Grammy wins.
Bro.
He's
That's
not in the
crazy,
top
bro.
5. You going to seeking help. Donda 2 might never come out. The 4 tracks that you dropped, that's not Donda 2, y'all. Don't believe the hype.
STEM players still doing bad.
He did all of this to get his wife back, and I respect that. But Donda 2 never dropped.
Nah.
Okay, he's out of the 5.
Skeet Davidson and now this.
The
Jesus.
question is, who's not gonna be in the 5? Jay-Z made a lot of news. Nas made a lot of news. Freddie Gibbs and Benny have a thing going on.
Pusha.
Pusha
Sir.
T, heavy in the news.
Yeah.
I would say Pusha T has a guaranteed spot. Let's move him out the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hov don't got guaranteed spot.
Let's talk about it, fellas.
2 grams.
I'm gonna go out on a limb right now and say that if I was doing the Jaw 5, I don't got Hov in that 5.
You don't?
What?
Dope.
Explain yourself.
I feel like if I had a 5, I'll give y'all my 5 real quick.
Yeah.
I got Pusha in that 5. I got Benny and Gibbs in that 5. I got Cole in that 5. And I have, who am I forgetting? Nas in that 5.
Yo, we gave Benny love for the placement. We can't give Hov love for 2 Grammys?
Cause Benny and Gibbs had the internet on fire, bro.
That's true. It was a big deal.
Niggas
still need them bars.
According to our comment section, niggas are still talking about Freddie versus Gibbs.
Freddie versus Gibbs.
So for me, if I had a 5, my 5 consists of Pusha, Nas, Benny, Gibbs, and Cole. Talk to me, Sin.
Shit. Let's see. I probably like so my list is probably a little similar. Nas is in there off the Grammy
nomination
and performance.
Heavy.
Pusha T and Jay-Z, obviously both of them are in there.
Fair.
The neck and wrist. J. Cole rapping like he owes rent. Rich as fuck, but rapping like he
want a
he's
deal.
behind like 3 months on rent and shit. The 5th spot right now.
Can we make history?
I would say it would go to Freddie. More than Ben, because Benny dropped the project dropped, but Freddie just dropped the joint with ice cream with
Rose.
So yeah, I think I might have to give him the edge on that.
Danny, talk to me, bro.
I think your list was good. I would just swap out Freddie for Hov. I mean, as we stated, we got to give Nas his joint for the nomination and the performance. We got to give Benny his joint for, Benny's been in the news heavy.
Right.
Hov, 2 Grammy nominations and
didn't he win?
Who?
I think he got a Grammy for Jail.
Yeah, and he was nominated for Bath Salt.
True.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So that's got to count for something. And he
broke the internet.
And it's not one of my favorite records, but people are saying this is like maybe verse of the year. People are talking about.
Relax.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not.
They about to flame us again. Please don't say that, dude.
People threw it out there.
Nobody up here said it was verse of the year.
No one out here.
I said no.
He never said it.
No,
He didn't say it.
It's one
Don't
of the
do that to my
Listen,
guy.
Also, you have to understand when I say it's one of the dopest verses of the year, like
That could be 20 verses.
Line for line, it's a beautiful verse.
But also, like, sometimes I just mean it's notable. It's a very notable.
It'll be
verse.
something we're talking about at the end of the year.
Right.
Just simply because of the references he made. Talk about Biggie and the Commission, like that. You know, what I
All
mean? It's
facts
notable.
in that verse, by the way.
So,
All
so
facts.
basically, you agree with myself and Sincere's list.
Yeah,
but you
just
would have
watch out
Hov in there.
Gibbs for Hov.
Mase, talk to me.
So Pusha, obviously,
Gotta be.
Pusha is in this spot. We not
Obvious.
knocking Benny out of there neither.
Nah.
Of course Benny need to be in there. We gonna throw Nas in there.
Have to.
Of course. Now the last 2 spots come down to 3 people. Okay, so we got Hov, obviously. We have Gibbs, and then we also have Tyler the Creator.
Wow.
Rap album of the year.
That's
Rap
crazy.
album of the year at the Grammys. So
That's a big deal.
Nobody got the culture moving this week like Hov.
Hov is
getting in there.
I was about to say, is that ringing? That's not ringing off nowhere near like the whole verse.
So-
That's not ringing off like the Benny Freddie beef.
So let's talk about this for a second.
Right.
What if we make history in April? What if we just have a tie at 5? Put Benny and Gibbs tied.
Benny and Gibbs. I like that.
That's actually pretty
Benny
smooth.
and Gibbs tied. I think I
at
like the
5th.
way this guy thinks.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like we can't leave either. Considering
Cole
they
gotta
both
be
got to
up
be
there.
there, and Cole got to
Cole,
be there.
Cole gotta be there. Cole gotta be
Album
there.
just dropped and literally nominated for everything.
Yeah,
Right.
You know?
nominated for everything, literally. All right, so number 5, we'll have Gibbs and Benny tied at 5.
Gibbs and Benny tied at 5.
Because
I'm
Ice
with
Cream
it.
was
Why
dope,
not?
but it was too short.
And I already told you I don't give a damn about the Grammys, so I was throwing Tyler in there as a red herring. Honestly.
It's
I gotta
rap-
keep it real, y'all.
That
I
album
do.
at the Rap Roundtable has got to count for something.
Listen, we putting on a show, y'all. We gotta do shit like that.
So 4, we gonna do Cole or we gonna do Hov?
Hov. Oh no,
Nah,
actually
you gotta do Cole.
Cole.
The
Cole at
internet's
4.
buzzing because of Hov.
Cole at 4.
And a Grammy win and a Grammy nomination. Hove's got to be high, bro.
So J. Cole comes in. Dreamville features.
Dreamville.
Make it very lit.
Feature.
More lit, I should say.
Damn,
Number
that's actually
4.
a tough one.
They probably already spiked when I said Hove got to be high. I'm sure somebody's already there to
Triggered.
type it. Somebody's fingers is moving.
Hove or Cole higher? Y'all throwing me for a loop right now.
I'm gonna go with Cole at 4.
Okay.
What you
Love
think?
it.
Go at Cole at 4. I gotta go with Deanie. This verse, and y'all seen the reaction. I didn't think the
Broke
verse
the
was the
internet, bro.
greatest, but I gotta keep it a buck. Hove was all one verse is all it took because
power
nobody was
rankings
talking about the
means-
Grammy win.
Lit
Right.
right now.
You know what I
Again,
mean?
Power rankings is who's hot right
Means
now.
right now,
currently.
and nobody. Jay moved the needle like nobody
needle,
this
bro.
week.
Every time.
so
he does
boom.
it every time.
So we got Cole
I saw
at 4.
DeHaven
From the
texting
love-
Faison Love.
from the
Allegedly.
lovers and-
I don't even
Phase,
believe
I'm
that
on
was
love.
DeHaven. All right, so look.
Gotta respect it.
now we getting into shaky ground, y'all.
Right.
Go.
This is number 3. I'm gonna tell you right now, to me, Pusha's number 1. I got Pusha taking the top spot.
Number 1.
Over Hove?
It's his song.
It is his song.
And niggas say he had the best verse.
Who's niggas?
The comment section.
The
Twitter.
comment section that hates
The people.
Jay-Z.
You know, I mean, they said it.
All right.
He makes a point, y'all.
You right.
All right. So
Are we
number
putting
3
Jay-Z over Nas on a power ranking? 'Cause the niggas is ready. Aaron is ready.
Aaron is ready. Nas the
Yeah.
GOAT is ready. Iron Myers is ready.
Stillmatic Dawn.
Bob T is ready. Bum ass Miss Mo is ready.
right,
Miss
all
Mo,
right, let's
I'm
settle
on
it.
your
All right,
ass.
Pusha T,
Wait,
Nas
Miss
and Jay-Z.
Mo.
wait till I
are
catch you in the
last
comment section.
Huh?
I was talking about Miss Mo. Wait till I catch you in the comment section.
She said nobody
Free
watches
smoke.
the Rap Roundtable. What the fuck out of here, bro?
Okay.
Free smoke.
All right. So number 3. I'm good with Jay at number 3.
Nah, Deanie, talk to me.
Man, Hove don't feel right at number 3.
I think he does. I agree with Sin.
This week,
One song don't mean you move niggas out the way.
It's one verse.
Grammy
And niggas didn't think that,
Grammy,
for everybody,
and nomination.
for all the think pieces on the verses, niggas who think that verse is trash. You said the verse.
I said the verse, the lyrics are dope. I hate the way it's given to me.
Okay.
The delivery sucks.
Mase.
Listen here, man. I'm Hove can't go number 1. Hove can't go number 1. We gotta save that for when he actually drops things.
Right.
All right.
You know what I mean?
That's
We not
respectable.
gonna give him. We not just like we brought Nas down after his
You
album
hear that,
dropped,
y'all? We're
after he
bringing
wasn't
Hove down.
constantly- Please, y'all hear us. We're putting Hove not in the number 1 spot.
Niggas
We're
said
not Hove stands.
Niggas
We're not
said
the Hove
Roundtable acts
Avengers.
like popular publications and we just dick ride Hove. That's not even true. I told niggas I didn't want another Jay-Z album. I said that shit. Niggas
He
forget.
said that. He said that. So I number 3, I'm willing to go Hove.
Okay.
I'm cool with Hove at 3.
So I guess unanimously Esco's number 2, or we putting Esco at number 1. Sin, I'm gonna go to you first,
Two.
Fake Nas fan.
Esco. Oh yeah, go
Oh
ahead, Sam.
shit. Nah, Nas is number 2.
All right.
Two's good.
Yeah,
Deanie,
The
2.
Two's good.
Mace,
So
2.
2.
So
And unanimously number 1, Pusha T.
We'll make it push.
T.
So
Push it time.
he's a part of why this entire frenzy is going on.
Oh yeah,
you know?
it's his song.
did y'all hear that Nego album where him and
No.
Malice reunited on a
Oh, yeah.
joint?
Oh,
that
yeah.
joint
Is that
was
different?
crazy.
Is that a new
too.
song or is it old?
I
feel like it's new to
haven't
us.
got.
Yeah,
I haven't
it's
got.
What kind of
actual
malice
info.
are you getting? Are you getting a?
You getting no malice?
Well,
or
y'all don't
did
want to
you
hear because I used to think Malice was nicer than Pusha back
I
in the
did
day.
too.
I never bought
So
that.
I
did
always
too.
thought Malice
As
was
far
a
as
nicer
just
brother.
pure rapping.
Yeah, I thought. I just to feel him more.
Yeah, I
He was
feel
the-
like
he
he
was
had
the
the
lyrics
hardest
more, y'all
lines,
know?
bro.
Pusha
Like-
had the flow, but Malice had just the
All right,
lyrics.
so
Woo!
for the
The
listeners,
content.
for the
Yeah.
people who might have a short attention
Put a bow
span,
on it.
at number 5 we have a tie: Freddie Gibbs and Benny the Butcher.
Facts.
Number 4, J. Cole.
Cole.
Number 3, Hove.
Jovito.
Easy.
Number 2, Esco.
Nas.
Number 1, Pusha T.
Yuck.
Album might be fire. Arby's dissing all. real quick, we're gonna run through the mailbag. I'm not really gonna go too crazy. I told Sin I wasn't gonna lean into the negativity, and I'm gonna be good. Okay. We have Nexus Point says on the Freddie Gibbs Benny the Butcher post that y'all are seriously underrated. Big ups to y'all. Nexus Point,
Thank you, sir.
we appreciate you. Love.
Salute.
Facts.
A little negativity from the Golden Era post. We talked about which 4-year period was the best. Darrell Lowry says, or Darryl, pardon me, Lowry says, these effing losers leftovers the West Coast. That is the reason why no one has a subscription on your goofy asses podcast. Yo, the slander, I love it.
Heavy.
He said, go somewhere and talk yourself in because you goofies need a dirt nap. So he's wishing death on us.
Dirt nap.
Dirt now. He brought out the dirt.
They was trying to put us in a pack, bro. What the hell?
Smoking packs.
Yo, the slander, but a slander like this, bro, I don't know why it's so funny to me. This shit, I love shit like this.
dirt
New York
nap.
Bias Part 2.
New York Bias 2.
That
on
boy
the way.
65 years old
What's
talking about a
good?
dirt nap.
Another one from the Benny the Butcher situation, and I thought he just posted this a few hours ago. Actually, I'm a little drunk, as you can hear. He says, and his name is Adrian Brazil Sao Paulo. This nigga clearly is from Brazil.
Right.
He says, I like Freddie, but he's getting a bit arrogant now. Where is his energy for Jim Jones after that Miami incident? Who wants to take that before we move on?
Oof.
Listen, shouts to my guy. Shouts to Brazil. You know, shouts to all of that because this guy knows what he's talking about. Listen, he was in a steakhouse and then had to put a steak on his eye after he left. You know what I mean?
Yo, bring a sound effect in.
That's crazy.
Something different.
Listen, that's what happened.
I want problems.
Slap on
Always.
the
That's what happened, man.
Shit, me.
Shouts to Gibbs, though, you know?
And after the little slander from Mase, we are all that since his crib for the first time in a long time.
Right.
All that since crib. What happened?
Job, one more second. Can I cut into the mailbag
Start
real
your
quick? The
mowers.
mailbag
What's up?
section. I never do this.
Start your
What's up?
mowers.
What's up?
Shouts to BK Dodger 718.
Yo!
100, my boy. 100.
On every
That's
post,
my guy.
BK Dodger shows up and shows love.
Heavy.
Yes, sir.
That
I
100
gotta
salute.
shout my
Love,
boy,
bro.
man.
Love.
That's the homie.
But we all at Sin's crib. We
Right.
uptown right now in New York City. And you know
Start
what,
your
y'all?
mowers.
We not only are we uptown, we are outside
Listen.
uptown. And there's a person that's walking up the block, and we don't like what he has to say, but we don't live there. Sincere lives there.
Sir.
So we need this guy too.
That's a fact. Now you said just a couple minutes ago, Jarv, you being Jarv.
Sincere's drunk too, apparently.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little bit of
but
Migos.
you want a peace. You
Yes.
wanted positivity.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't
I
want
want-
peace. I don't want peace.
No.
Don't want peace.
I
want problems,
I don't
always.
want peace. I want problems right now.
Always.
And this is for the first time in the history of the Rap Roundtable and this segment. This Get Off My Lawn is directed not at a
culture.
public, not at a group or a community, but at one person.
Wow.
One person.
Who deserves the
Who is this
ire?
guy? Who is
That
this
person's name is by his YouTube name, if that's his real name, Iron Myers. What up, Iron?
He showed love, but he talk hot.
What's going on, man? Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to talk to you real quick, cause so when we were talking about, we was showing Biggie love for being like, one of the most complete MCs of all time. We talked about Life After Death being one of the most versatile rap albums of all time, and being a double album at that. Iron Myers didn't take very kindly to like the praise that we were giving Biggie, because obviously if we give praise to one rapper, that means that we are hating on another rapper. Presumably, specifically Nas. Every time that we praise Jay-Z or Biggie or DMX or whoever the fuck, anytime we have any praise for any other rapper, all of a sudden we hate Nas. So
We can't make this
he
shit
had,
up.
he had this one comment. He kind of went off on a rant here. I'm gonna keep it as concise as possible because we're short on time and we got to get out of here. But his comment, I'm gonna read a few lines from it. For one, he showed love. Okay, I enjoy the show, but let's clear a few things up. So I had said that Biggie was the best at, or that he was really good at making well-rounded records, club records, radio records, records about girls, and you know what I mean? He came and started talking about how club, radio, and girl records are all the same thing.
No, they're not.
So it's one category. And then I'm trying to give Biggie too much credit by making one category into 3 different categories.
Wow.
So,
wow, bro.
First point.
That's crazy.
Club,
bro.
radio, and girl records are absolutely not the same thing.
No, they're not.
And if you think that just shows me how not outside you are. How holed up in your crib or in your basement or whatever you are. Because you have a song like Hypnotize. Hypnotize is a radio record, it's a club record, has nothing to do with girls. You got One More Chance, the original, not the remix, the original.
Mm-hmm.
You also got Me and My Bitch,
Right.
girl record. Not radio songs,
Nope.
not big in the club, absolutely were girl records. You have the One More Chance remix that was crazy in the club and crazy on the radio. That was a girl record, but then you got Juicy that has nothing to do with girls at all, but just big on radio.
Right.
Damn near struggle rap.
So
Not even a club record.
so
That's
look,
straight
man,
radio.
just the fact that you lumped all those 3 categories into one just shows me how little you know. Second, he went on to say Big had Puff behind him, and that was the reason for his success.
Marginalizing.
Nas had Steve Stout. So what's your point? When Nas made Illmatic, it was one of the greatest albums of all time, but it didn't really ring off on the radio. It didn't really ring off in the clubs. He got Steve Stout, got him some more radio shine, got him a little bit more lit. You know what I mean? That what Puff did for Big, Steve Stout did for Nas. It is what it is.
Right.
You know
Don't
what I
argue
mean?
that either.
Little gloss on it.
Hey, Rod, don't argue that.
Little
Listen.
glit.
Still mad
We
don't argue that.
gotta keep it real. We gotta keep it real, right? Then he went on to say that
Cool.
Biggie
Don't argue that.
Biggie only had then he went on to say Biggie only had a couple of club records, and we're giving him too much credit
Shit.
for having all of these so-called
Revisionist
club
history.
records. A couple of club records includes Big Papa, One More Chance remix, Hypnotized, More Money, More Problems, Fucking You Tonight,
Benjamins.
Nasty Boy, The Benjamins, Get Money, Only You on the feature. Like, come on.
In
I
3
could
years.
keep going.
Victory is an anthem.
3
That's not even
years.
his record.
That's 10
Like,
records.
Listen. Then he starts talking about how versatile. Y'all talk about he's versatile. Versatile can he really be with just 2 albums? What does that even mean? What does that even mean?
He dropped a double album.
Especially when it
First
comes
of
to
all.
Life
Big.
After Death
First of all.
alone.
First of all,
You talk about Ready to Die. He talks about things unchanged. He talks about suicidal thoughts. He talks about Me and My Bitch. He talks about all these different
Everyday
things.
struggle. It's
Plus,
endless.
everyday struggle, plus giving you just straight MC bars. Life After Death alone, the scope of all the things that he talked about, all the types of records that he had on Life After Death alone is crazy. To say that he wasn't versatile, that's just fucking wild, right? Then he's talking about when did he really switch up his style besides Notorious Thugs?
Wow.
Bro,
What the fuck are you talking about?
this is how I know.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You're not really listening, right? Because if you go back to this first album and you listen to Warning and then Everyday Struggle and then Unbelievable, 3 completely different flows.
Yes, sir.
Totally different. Then you go to What's Beef, Got a Story to Tell, and My Downfall on the
Shit,
second
play
album.
a hater. Who thinks to even do that?
Right.
Bro, and then you got Victory, and then you got Benjamins. These are all different flows,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
All different flows.
From partying bullshit to kicking the door.
So listen, like when I seen this comment, like I was gonna start replying in the comment section on YouTube, but then I was like, it was getting too long because it was too much fuckery in what he said that I had to address. I was like, nah, I'm gonna save this for the show. Iron Myers,
We love you. Thank you for the support.
You made like 5 points. You went 0 for 5, bro. 0 for
No
5
buckets.
of Goose
Wow.
A. And for
Get what I'm saying?
for that 0
need
for 5,
two?
you got to get off my lawn, bro.
Yes, sir.
Out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 44 of the Rap Roundtable. We hope you appreciate y'all. We love this shit. Be clear. This is fun. We're not experts. We're just four niggas with opinions. We love rap. We invite y'all to tap in with us, comment, and again, if you feel strongly enough about what we have to say, we want y'all at this table. Call in. Join us if you're in the New York area. Because again, we're not above y'all. We of y'all. Okay? Dini, take us home, bro.
I'm a little drizzed, I'm a little schmizzed, but y'all know the vibe. Shout out to super producer Josh.
Josue.
We appreciate you for. We know we be holding this man hostage sometimes, y'all. He be sticking it out to the end with us. Pause.
Shout out to Josh for real.
Shout out to Masito, voice of the young people.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Sincere. Them beats you hear is so sincere. Tap in for all the rappers that got bars. We got that sound for you. Jav, keeping the computers putin'. The point guard. I am Dini, the balance of the force, and with our powers combined, we are the Rap Roundtable. We out of here.
The heroes you need, y'all.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.